Alright, what's going on YouTube today? We got some anime live action news to talk about. As recently, Michael B. Jordan came out in an interview and said that he took a lot of anime inspirations for his upcoming live action movie, Creed 3. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Michael B. Jordan turns to anime inspirations for Creed 3 fight scenes. Jordan's feature directorial debut takes cues from Hajime no Ippo, Megalobox, Naruto, My Hero Academia, and Dragon Ball Z. Actor Michael B. Jordan has made no secret of his love for anime over the years, and a new interview with IGN shows his appreciation for the classics. When asked about his anime influences for the upcoming Creed 3 film, which will be his feature directorial debut, he cited the boxing-themed anime Hajime no Ippo and Megalobox. He also gave a shout-out to shonen battle series Naruto, My Hero Academia, and Dragon Ball Z. The anime influence even extends to visual homages in specific shots. He highlighted one particular boxing match between his character and Damien, which features what he described as a Dragon Ball Z punch. And yeah, I'm gonna play the clip right here just to show you guys exactly what he said and everything like that.
Break it down.
Break it down. Without nerding out too much, you've seen so many fights throughout the Rocky and Creed franchise, and I really wanted to put my spin on it, you know, how to make these fights different. And, you know, from Hajime no Ippo to Megalobox to Naruto to My Hero Academia, all those different, you know, anime that I've watched growing up, there's an inherent spirit to them and how they fight, you know, and their bonds and their relationships and all that good stuff. But it's very similar to the brotherhood and bond that we have, and his relationship to his family as well. So I tried to key in on some of those key moments, and yeah, they're in there. They're in a lot of the fights.
Yeah. Is there one specific moment we can give us to look out for from a specific anime?
I would say from the Dragon Ball universe, Dragon Ball Z universe, there's a punch. Me and Damien's fight where there's a Dragon Ball Z punch that's in there.
Jordan has previously spoken about how anime inspired his performance in Creed 2. Creed 3 will open in the United States on March 3rd. It is the 9th installment in the Rocky film series. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the article. And I just wanted to kind of touch on this because I think this is really interesting. Michael B. Jordan is definitely a interesting public figure, right? Because I feel like before he came out and was like, oh yeah, I love anime, all this and that, you know, anime was still kind of in that time of like, oh, everyone hates it, or anyone that likes it is a nerd or whatever, they're not cool. But then when he was like, oh yeah, I like anime, it's funny how I think a lot of girls switched up on their opinions of like what they think of guys that like anime and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna get too into that because, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's not really like a big deal or anything, but I just wanted to point that out, I guess, to say that Michael B. Jordan has definitely contributed to the normalization of anime to some degree, right? So it's interesting to see how he's now taking the helm of directing his own movie. Granted, it's a movie franchise that he's been acting in for several films, but apparently this movie is going to be his first directorial debut, his movie that he's directing. And to see him already point out a lot of anime references and saying that he's taking inspiration from anime is pretty interesting. And if you guys haven't already, feel free to check out my video where I already covered why a sports anime live action movie could work. And I just talked a lot about why people always argue that anime live action can't work, but yet there are sports anime. So like, why not make a sports anime live action movie? And you know, just different things regarding that conversation. Just check out that video because I already talked a little bit about it, and I would definitely like to revisit that conversation. And it seems like now I may have to, because there is kind of a lot to talk about with this, with Michael B. Jordan, his love for anime, as well as him making movies now. Like, is he potentially going to be making some anime live action movies? Again, this kind of opens the door for a lot more conversations to be had, so I'm definitely down to revisit this conversation. But yeah, guys, feel free to check out that video because it didn't really get too much love, support, and everything. So if I were to revisit that conversation, I would just want to know that you guys are maybe interested in something like that. If you guys are interested to hear me talk about more of Michael B. Jordan, his love for anime, if he's gonna make some anime live action movies, feel free to leave a comment on this video and that one in the comments below. Please leave a like on both of them as well. Subscribe if you haven't already, that helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next video.